Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. I'm just officially calling it our channel now.
It's your channel.
Whatever, my channel, our channel, who cares?
You got something in your teeth. It's all right.
It's a bagel.
It's good, yeah, is it? I'll eat it.
Ew.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Because
can't
it's not
really
live.
like lean all the
No,
way
this
back.
is like, it looks like it'd be really comfortable, but it isn't. I'm slowly just like disappearing into just like a breast.
We'll just be here doing the video like this with double chins. It's a very comfy bed to sleep in, evidently not so much to sit on.
Okay, let's just get this going.
We're gonna do this Q&A. We have a very limited window of time because Bowie's napping and she's gonna be up any minute. So you need to fucking figure out your shit so we can do this. You look insane.
Just trying it. There we go. I'm just sitting like this. Here we go. That's sick. I love this. Let's go.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready to answer these questions?
Some of them.
All right. The first question we're going to answer is from my dear friend Tina. You know Tina. She asked a question, so I feel like we should answer it.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. She said, how do you handle when you're mad at one another? I mean, you handle it way better than I do.
Don't get mad really. I just sort of walk off.
Yeah, like we don't have like a heated blowout or anything like that because Josh is very cool, calm, and collected.
I would just say that like, I know when to just back down. Happy wife, happy life, lads. Do you know what I mean? You just gotta...
I am fiery as fuck, and so when I get in like a mood, I think you know better than anybody, including myself, kind of how to manage that emotion and when to let it just kind of fly free and when to let me cool down so that we can have a more like rational conversation.
Yeah. I grew up in a house of three pretty fiery women, you know, so...
He knows how to handle all of those emotions.
We never argue in our bedroom either.
No, we don't. We never argue in our bedroom.
A cab driver in Chicago told us.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, he'd been married to his wife for like 40 years.
Yeah, and we asked him like, what's the secret? And he said that his one piece of advice, like the rule that him and his wife followed, was that they don't fight in the bedroom. And we always make sure that like, no matter how heated a conversation can get or if we're like just at odds that day, like there's still laughter in our house always. And I think that's another big recipe for like a successful relationship. When we've asked people in the past who have been married for like 30, 40 years, everyone says like, they're my best friend and we just laugh all of the time.
Yeah,
so
you just gotta laugh.
Lots of questions about kids. How many children do you want? Are you gonna have baby number 2, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like there's so many questions on this subject that we'll probably address it in the next video, maybe. We can do like a chat about more kids and stuff like that. But I think total 2 to 3.
I would like to potentially, you know, have another one and then, you know, down the line, you know, in a while, adopt or foster or have a, you know, maybe have another kid like later on.
Yeah.
But I think for us right now, it'd be great to have another baby and then just like start enjoying those babies. Yeah. You're not like a milking machine, are you?
No.
You know,
we do definitely want Bowie to have like at least one sibling for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We both have
especially
multiple
because we
siblings,
don't live near her cousin. So, or really near anyone that she's like close with now.
Yeah.
So she needs a needs a mate.
And she loves other kids. Like if she sees somebody holding a baby at a store, we have to stop and watch them. If she sees another kid at the park or whatever, like she just wants to run up and play with them. She loves kids. So definitely more than one.
Yeah, 100%. Do you want to go to Europe, to any other country than England? Well,
yeah, of course.
I'm English and I grew up in England.
We've been to a lot of European countries.
Of it. I think I've been
You've
to like
probably been
90% of Europe. Yeah, I'm European.
We've been together to France, Italy, Germany.
Yeah, Spain.
Yeah, so definitely want to go back to Europe as soon as we can get on a plane again safely. Anything you miss about LA?
I miss LA.
I miss LA, parts of LA, pieces of our life in LA. I miss, you know, friends, being close and accessible, though COVID obviously had us all social distancing so much that we really weren't hanging out with our friends very much before leaving town. Yeah. But I think we miss the camaraderie of, you know, people.
Yeah,
that
our
we
best friends,
know.
our best mates are in LA. So I miss
Josh
that.
lived there for 8 years. I lived there for 12 years. So we have like long history there. Lots of deep relationships there.
LA is wicked.
I miss the food.
Yeah, the food.
I really miss the food. The takeout options here are not great. I miss the takeout options
The food
in
here
LA.
it's fine.
It is fine.
The barbecue is great.
Of course.
Obviously.
If you want like Southern food, that sort of thing.
And like you
that's
can get
amazing.
a half decent pizza, but I don't think like getting a pizza is considered
in LA,
getting
like
good food.
you can get amazing, just like salads, veggie friendly options everywhere. Like as someone who eats pretty much 100% vegetarian
I
normally,
just don't think there's
like
that much variety here.
yeah,
There
not.
isn't. There's so many sex ones on it. I'm just gonna say, like,
There's so look eggplant emojis. There's
Just-
so many sex questions.
yeah, I think
We're open, like we share a lot on this YouTube channel, as you guys know, and we appreciate you being involved in our family's life and our journey, but you don't need to be involved in our sex
Let
life.
me tell you this. I'm going to put it this way, guys, and I'm going to put it the nicest way possible. On the channel that my family and child are on, I'm not going to start fucking talking about sex, am I? This is a family channel, guys. This is the Disney channel, basically.
This is PG-13.
So unless
Apart
you're
from the
just
occasional
really
fuck.
hungry for peaches and eggplants, I think you've got to calm down with that stuff because we're just not going to answer
No,
it.
we're not going to talk about that stuff.
Ask me my favourite Disney character and I will tell you.
Oh, your most embarrassing moment as a couple. Well, I know what my most embarrassing moment is.
Was it the
as
other
a
day when I
couple.
walked in and you were having a poo?
No, that wasn't it. My most embarrassing moment for sure, which wasn't embarrassing for you, but was very embarrassing for me. Josh and I had only been dating for like really a couple of weeks at this point, and we were in Italy. He had a DJ gig, and I was super excited to be there. I'd never been to Italy before. I think it was my first time in Italy. We were in Rome, or maybe we were in Milan. We were in Milan.
Yeah,
And
we were
in
we were
Milan.
in Milan, yeah.
Yeah. And he had a DJ gig, and we went out, and I just remember, like, we partied a lot. You know, I was 22 when we met, so we were on one at this DJ gig, and got really drunk. And I remember, like, my famous last words of like, I think I can keep up with you drinking because I'm like half Irish. And you were like, okay. And then I really don't remember a lot of what happened after. Apparently I basically like inhaled a burger from some street vendor outside of the club. Anyway, we ended up back at the hotel, and all I remember is like throwing up so much and him trying to come into the bathroom, but I was at this point naked, just throwing up naked on the floor with this like hot guy I'd only known for a couple of weeks, and I was like,
that?
"Dude, you!"
Oh, thank you.
And I was like, "Do not come in! Do not come in here!" Anyway, he ended up coming in, and this is the kind of person that he is. He laid with me on the cold bathroom floor because I felt too sick to get back into like the hot bed covers. Spent the whole night on the floor with me. I woke up on top of you, and I was like, my back's not even sore. I feel great. And he was like, because you used me as a mattress. Like, I'm in so much pain. But it was very sweet of him, but like hugely embarrassing for me.
It wasn't that embarrassing, no, it was quite funny.
I mean,
At the time.
At the time.
Now it's just a good story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you ever consider cloth diaper in Bowie?
No.
The end.
Period.
How did you guys meet? That's a long one.
That's a long story for another day.
We'll save
guys.
that. That's a big one. Favorite part of England?
Oh, this is a tough one.
Well, you've not been up north, really.
I
have you?
haven't. I've never been to like Manchester or really North England at
You've
all.
not been north of Watford, babe.
I don't even know where that is.
It's where Dean and we went.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. No,
Mike and
we spend most of our time just in central or south London.
Where's your favourite place then, if you're just in the London and surrounding areas? Essex.
I really did love Essex
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
loved Essex, didn't you?
I really liked Essex. I love Camden just for like the nostalgia of it, because that was one of the first places you were excited to take me when we first went. And I love like flea markets and stalls and all that kind of stuff.
Camden's wicked.
The stables are beautiful, so it's always fun to go back there and just
You
walk
like
around,
Soho
shop around.
as well, don't you?
Yeah, Soho's a lot of fun. It's really beautiful. The food's great. I always love seeing the Liberty Building at least once on my trips
Carnaby
to London.
Street. Yeah.
I love that building so much. It's so beautiful. And the only perfume that I wear is from there, and it's the only place I can get it. So we always make sure to make a stop there whenever we're in town. What
time do you go to bed?
Probably around 10:30.
I don't know. I have to ask my mum. How do you make your marriage work after all these years?
It hasn't been that many years.
It's been quite a long time, Shen. 8 years.
We'll have been married 8 years in May. Yeah. That's
We'd have
pretty...
been together 9 years
9 years,
in May.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Or 8?
We met in 2012. 2012? Or did we get married in 2012?
No, we met in 2012.
12?
No, 2012.
And it's 2021. High five.
That is quite a long time.
Yeah, it's a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah.
How do we make our marriage work? I mean...
Just got to be... I think... Well, you can go first.
No, you go first.
I think if you're best mates, it's easy, isn't it? That's our secret. We're each other's best mate.
Yeah, like he's...
So it's not hard work, is it?
No, he's really just like literally my favorite human being on the planet. Now I have a mini
Quite
him
fun
as well.
to be around,
so
you know what I mean? So
double trouble. Yeah. Yeah, he's just my favorite person. So
I don't know
see,
what
this
I
is
did.
why I need to do
Sorry,
it.
Shenae's gonna do it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
but yeah,
hold it
just
from
be.
now on.
I mean, my advice would be, if you're thinking of getting married and that person isn't your best mate, probably shouldn't bother getting married.
100% not. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because I know
recommend
a lot of people who've married people for other reasons, and it either doesn't work or they're pretty miserable.
Yeah, we're like attached at the hip. We have been since day one. Like, we're not the types of people that, you know, go and do like guys trip and girls night out. Like, that's just never been our jam. Because even our bachelorette party was just like one big party with all of our friends. Because we just have more fun together than we do apart. So it's like, I don't really want to spend the night with them.
It's also not like if you turned around and went, oh, I want to go on a girls' trip.
Oh, no, not in a weird way, but
I'd be like, yeah, you can go, but like, why? No, I wouldn't. I'd just be like, yeah, go and do whatever you want. That situation would
It's just never like arose.
We're also not really friends with people who do that.
No. I don't know, like the whole like gender stereotyping of like, oh, I need a girls' night, or I don't know, I just never...
Well, you get on really well with boys anyway,
I do,
you?
yeah, so...
Yeah. Shenae goes out on boys' nights, don't you?
I mean, I did a lot with you, at the beginning of our relationship.
Yeah.
I was always with like your dude friends.
Yeah.
Why do you want to live in the US and not Canada or the UK? Fun fact, before moving to Nashville, we were seriously considering moving out of the US.
Yeah. We were going to go to England.
Yeah, we were very much considering going to England.
It's still not completely off the table.
Definitely not.
I would be surprised if we don't go back and live in England.
I think we'll live in England at some point for sure. I think we've always loved Nashville. We visited Nashville a couple of times years ago on just like some fun trips. And it's always been in the back of our heads of like, oh, it'd be cool to live there. Yeah. Like it would just be fun to explore it because we've only come for a week at a time. And so yeah, when we were like, okay, we're ready to leave LA, where do we go next?
Oh, cramp.
Okay.
Oh, cramp there.
He brought up Nashville again, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's just try living in Nashville and see what happens before we leave the country.
It's wicked.
Because if you're going to like move out of the country, that's a lot of work. Like you're starting your credit all over again. You're getting on a brand new real estate ladder.
Well, you're not.
I'm not a citizen in England. He's not a citizen in Canada. So it's like there's a whole lot of other stuff that we would need to figure out to make a move like that happen. That would be a much more dramatic move. There was already a lot of like logistics for moving state to state. So
and
country to country is another level.
I mean, I'm obviously English, but I haven't lived there now in nearly a decade. So it's to go back. It might even be a process for me. Picking
baby names, how did you choose Bowie? And another person I remember asked if there were any other names that we were thinking of, not just Bowie. I always really wanted a gender neutral name because I knew a couple of girls in school growing up who had like Charlie was her name and her sister's name was Michael. And I just always thought like girls with gender neutral names or boyish names were really cool. I loved it. And so I always wanted a gender neutral name. And we were obviously inspired by music a lot. So we were toying with a lot of different kind of rock star names.
And I just think what's cool about David Bowie, even if you don't like his music, is just for his time and his generation, he was very gender neutral, really, and quite fluid, and broke a lot of boundaries. Which
he just didn't conform at all.
No, he didn't conform exactly. I want to encourage that with our children, that they can be whatever they want to be. You know, you can be whoever, whatever, and I'll still love you. We'll still love them, and I embrace them being like that. I encourage that. Like, I think it's amazing. And David Bowie 100% stands for that.
Yeah,
so I think that's just like, it's a real gift having that name.
We had kind of just both been going like, okay, Jagger, you know, like kind of going through the list of like
Mick Jagger,
rock stars
I think,
we
stands
loved.
for that as well, you know.
But then one day I was like, what about Bowie? And he was like, I was thinking that today too. Like, we both landed on that name on the same day, and that was it. We never considered another name after that. That was just, we always knew that that was going to be her name.
Yeah. Top tips for toddler tantrums.
Okay.
So when Bowie or Shenae are having a toddler tantrum, I think the best thing to do is just offer them some chocolate, or let them call somebody to calm down.
It's true. Bowie and I have very similar tantrums. I'll admit that.
Yeah.
And Josh knows how to handle them both far better than I do. I'm definitely far more like, no, you know, like I'll get stern with her, which it does work as well sometimes. So I think it's like we really balance each other a lot. Like,
when she said no, she didn't mean that you slap her.
oh no, I don't, we don't believe in that. I just meant like stern, like I'll be like, no, Bowie, you need to sit over there, don't, you know, whatever. I'm like that parent. It depends on what mood she's in, and if she's really heated and aggravated, then that doesn't help the situation, and that's when you're a lot better at coming in and just kind of like...
Yeah, but there's no spanking.
No spanking,
no,
we don't, no.
No, to me, that is just...
I just have...
It's awful, man.
I have a vivid memory of being at Disney World as a kid with my mom, and we were in the bathroom stall, and there was a woman in the bathroom stall next to us, obviously with her little small child, because the kid wasn't even speaking like clearly, and she was just, you just heard her smacking this kid over and over, and the kid was just screaming and crying, and it makes me want to throw up just relaying the story right now. But I'll never forget that feeling. I would have been about 10, and I just got hot everywhere. Like, I just wanted to throw up. I just felt so sick, and my mom just shouted out. Like, my mom is such a quiet person. She does not get in other people's shit. She does not get in other people's business ever, never, never. And she slammed the bathroom stall wall dividing us, and she was like, she gets it, stop, you know, and she just yelled at the one, and that's so unlike my mom to do. My mom would never do that, but she was like, no, you know, my mom never laid a finger on any of us. Like, it's just not how I was raised.
UK chocolate or USA chocolate?
Ooh.
Right, say it on three. One, two, three.
UK, obviously.
100%.
I mean,
Cadbury.
There is no way anybody watching this who's had both chocolates would say US chocolate.
I mean, maybe someone with no taste buds. Sex life as parents. Guys.
There's a lot of
horny people.
Horny,
man.
curious people.
I get it. A lot of you have been quarantined for a while.
Yeah, I understand. Ooh, when are you going to get Bowie's name tattooed, Shenae? I've been thinking about it. As soon as I feel comfortable going and getting a tattoo during like COVID times, I will definitely get her name tattooed. I'm sad I didn't get it before all of this went down. You got it just before.
I got it like a year before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it when she was born.
Guys, the last 2 years has just been a fucking blur. I don't know. Someone asked if we waited until we got married to have sex. No.
To each their own, though.
To each their own, but like just as someone, you know, who's married and stuff, if you want some advice on that subject, I would strongly recommend having sex before you get married and you're committed to someone for the rest of your life. What if the sex sucks?
I think the light's on your face now.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Quick fire round. Pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
Yep. Going to have another kid.
Yes.
Here we go. More kids anytime soon.
Yes.
Favorite things about each other.
Oh gosh. I mean, your laugh and sense of humor would be like the first thing that pops into my brain.
That's so nice. I like your gloves and your eyes. You just got new gloves and you love them, don't you? I didn't mean to say gloves. I'm pregnant with my first child. Any advice? You inspire me so much. Oh.
Congratulations,
Ex-pill my guts. And I'm pretty sure you're talking to me, so I'll give you all my advice. When I was first pregnant with Bowie.
I would say enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Everything truly goes by so fast, and I know that's such a cliche, and I know you don't believe it while you're in it, but I'm telling you, because I've lived it already, it all goes by so quickly. So whenever you're feeling uncomfortable or you're feeling stressed or any of it, like try to just shift that on its axis and just enjoy that moment, because it will fly by. Every phase passes so quickly.
Also, people say to you, stock up on sleep. That's not a thing. You can't like stock up on sleep. If you want to prove me wrong, stock up on some sleep all week, and then next week have one day where you don't go to sleep at all, and see if all that stocked up sleep helped you.
That was the worst advice.
It's like, what are you doing?
I
would actually offer the opposite. I would say, do as much as you can together.
Yes.
Don't spend too much time in bed, unless you're feeling rough, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
You've got to listen to your body as a woman who's pregnant.
But like, enjoy the freedom that you have to go anywhere and do whatever you want.
Yeah, just go and do some mad stuff.
Josh is starting to yawn, and we've answered 1,000 questions, so this is going to be the wrap up to the video. Thanks to everyone who submitted questions on my Instagram. We really appreciate it. If you don't follow us on Instagram already, then you should.
Oh, cramp again.
Oh my God, what are you doing? You look like a bird.
Okay.
We've got a lot of exciting videos coming up that you don't want to miss. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell to be notified when they go live. We thank you so much for being here and a part of this channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you later.